Thursday, everybody.
Today is the day.
Yes, it's Thursday.
That means co-host day.
Yes, all right, you got it. Should we tell everybody who's with us today?
Okay, what were your hints again?
That he's on Channel 11 every day, basically, and also Fox 36.
So, I mean, that narrows it down quite a bit.
I think so.
You ready? Oh, we got
Final
the laugh.
clue, you see him with me and Kaylee, normally at 4 p.m. Dan Cummins is here this morning.
How are you all?
Dan,
Good morning.
Dan, how did you wake up this morning?
Was that open you just ran?
Yeah.
Was that the Good Day Singers performing that?
Yeah.
Done a couple years ago?
Yeah.
They're really, was that some of you all?
You
Totally.
wish. I wish that was me singing that. No, but it's a bop, right?
You're
I love it.
dancing to
Great
it.
tune to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, you are welcome. Thanks for being here. I know
Yes.
you're not normally up this early.
Did you know nothing good happens before 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
Except for this.
Thank you.
Yes.
No, I woke up this morning at 7 o'clock, and I was talking to some coworkers that I rarely see in the newsroom there.
Yeah.
And I was remembering, I've been at WTOL 45 years, and I can't recall ever being in this building before 10.
Really?
Really?
No, because if I have an early shoot, honor flight or whatever,
Yeah.
I go there.
You
if I'm
go
a
there.
farming story, I go there. Anything
Look at
I do,
you.
it's rare I would come into the station to see some of
see
the
people.
The people in this morning show. Oh,
Dan's finally seeing the video playing right now, by the way.
Love this.
As you were saying about the people on the morning show.
oh, they're like bats. They like. It's like you walk in the
sleep upside
newsroom.
down.
The night shift, we have bright, cheery lights and stuff. You walk in the morning and the lights are really low, like it's a red-eye
Yes.
flight,
Yeah.
and everybody's drunk from Vegas. It's just a really strange vibe.
It's cozy.
It's different. And the thing is yes, it's early when these folks are coming in. What time were you in this morning?
I got in probably around 2:30.
2:30 this morning. Yeah. So, yeah, it's like a red eye.
I don't want to be waking up to these bright lights.
Are you sober now from that flight?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm still half asleep.
Yes. No. So, hey, so you said 45 years.
That's amazing.
45 years. I'll
You've
hit
been here-
50 years in TV next April.
Okay.
Really?
Wow. So we were looking back at some of the video. Of course, you started in sports. Now, were you always into sports, like as a kid?
Yes, I was, but I could have gone any direction. It just turned out that sports opened up. I graduated in '75 from Illinois State University.
Oh, wow.
There's me, the second from the left.
Okay.
In,
With the
Legion
hair?
That
baseball
hair.
with the hair. Oh, I've got some hair shots. Yeah.
You still have the hair, Dan.
Yeah, so I got my first job in April of '76 at the ABC station in Peoria. I was in production, and I actually ran a film processor. We had 16mm film back in the day, so I would take the news photog's film, put it in a thing, I would run it in the bath and develop the film, give it back to the photographers, they would edit it, and then I became a part-time sports or news photographer. And then a weekend sports job opened up, and I was wanting to get my foot in the door, so I started doing weekend sports, and then more of it. Came here in 1980, August of '80, as a weekend sports guy with Oris Tabner. That's one of my bits there. I love to.
You did the bits.
Love to do the bits. This was when Letterman came on the air in 1990, and so I was the weeknight 11 o'clock guy.
Sports
So
guy.
I started doing these bits like Letterman did. Letterman did a lot of bits like this, and so I just kind of went. Now this, I believe. Yes.
this when you were covering
spring
it?
training in 1983, I believe. I was a
So you were in Lakeland.
Dan.
in Lakeland. Went to Lakeland a lot.
Yeah, where my family lives,
Yep.
and that's where the Tigers do
I
their
love
spring
Lakeland.
training.
And we would cover the spring training with the Tigers and the Indians who were still in Florida at the time. Yeah, so it
So
was,
lots of memories for you. Then when you were doing sports, then you moved to news, and you really started reporting a lot on veterans in military, farming.
about 2014, 2015, it dawned on me at this stage in my life, I wanted to be more versatile. So I asked them, there was the Fox 36 6:30 show opened up, and I jumped and I was doing that. And then Honor Flight came to WTOL in 2017 and said, we want to up our visibility in the Toledo market. We would offer you one person on the plane to cover the Honor Flight for the day and do it. Our news director at the time knew I consume a lot of military stories. That's all I read about. The books I read, knew my passion for it, and so he offered it to me, and I jumped on it. And Honor Flight was so happy with the coverage I gave them, they asked me to keep doing it
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
forever.
And here you are, like 20 trips later.
And now I get to take a camera person with me. We're going with Paul Kwapik on Tuesday, the final trip of the year. And so, yeah, it's going to be fun. So our 4th trip of the year, but this will be my 22nd Honor Flight
Yeah.
coming up on
That's
Tuesday.
amazing.
Yeah, great coverage. We're going to talk a little bit more about your upcoming
Will
trip
Miller's
next
here.
week.
He's on the board there, and one of the photographers. Yes.
We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a little bit. But when you go back and you think about all of these, big events that you've covered too, what are some of the ones that stick out to you?
Well, some people may not have seen this, but in May I spent a week with the United States Navy.
Yeah.
And I've been to the Super Bowl, I've been to World Series, I've been to National Championship bowl games, I've been to a lot of things. And when I talked to the Navy representative who runs the program, he said, you're late in your career. When you retire, this will have been the highlight of your career. And he did not lie. Wearing that uniform for a week was a privilege. Seeing how outstanding our young men and women are that serve this country every day and work so hard. We flew 100 miles out off the coast of Norfolk in an Osprey and landed on an aircraft carrier, the George Bush, and spent 24 hours watching planes take off, planes come in.
Wild, huh?
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Never slept a lick because it was so noisy. Our bedrooms were right underneath the flight deck where the planes were taking off. They went till 2 o'clock in the morning, so the whole room would vibrate.
Sure.
And then, of course, you're fired up for the experience.
Oh, yeah.
And then about 3:30 in the morning, they announce there's a drill. This is a drill. But there's a fire in the nuclear reactor room, so all affected personnel, please respond. Well, it's a drill, so, okay, so I try to go back to sleep. 15 minutes later, they repeat the drill at like 4 o'clock in the morning to make sure you heard it the first time. So it's like,
And
no
this
sleep.
is how they live, and this is what they do.
And I
It's
asked some people
Wow.
about, do you sleep on the ship? You get used to it.
You get used to it.
It's like anything else.
But it was an unforgettable trip, and I did a web story for it too at nightly newscasts, and
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah, well,
That's amazing.
we are going to talk a little bit about sports this morning because were you paying attention? Did you watch? We were watching a little bit yesterday
Tigers?
before I left. I think it was tied 3-3 during the 4 o'clock newscast yesterday. Then I saw the score this morning, and I was like, "Whoa!"
So you brought out the bats.
Yeah, did you end up watching it in the newsroom at all, Dan?
I did, and I plan to watch the game tomorrow. It's going to be an 8 o'clock start out in Seattle with Scooble going, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Little story here. I covered the Tigers when they won the World Series in 1984.
Oh, wow.
The year that I was
1984.
born.
Oh, Amanda.
They beat the Padres, and it was great. It was a lot of fun, and there were a lot of riots downtown Detroit at the time.
Is that it?
Is that the year?
This is spring
No, I was
training. This
gonna
is a shot
say,
of spring training in
that's probably
Lakeland.
older than
This
that,
is during the World Series a few years ago when I was still in sports. Yeah.
So the game last night, though, incredible. Do you think, though, that they've got the momentum going now because they've really been like, ugh?
Scooble has not pitched really well the last few outings, and he hasn't been getting good run support. If the Tigers can get some hits, yes.
Yeah.
But if the bats are quiet, they haven't got a chance.
And the bats were not quiet.
No.
Yesterday.
And now maybe some momentum there. Yeah.
All right. So again, as Dan mentioned, Game 5 of the ALDS, right? Did I get that right? ALDS.
If they win that, they go on to the ALC.
Yes, got it. Okay.
Wait,
so
what's the difference? Sorry, I don't know.
Championship series
Division
or divisional
series.
Thank you.
Championship
That's all I needed.
Yeah.
I know
so-
sports, but not well.
Yeah. Well, you just root for the Tigers at this point, okay? They need to beat the Mariners tomorrow in Seattle, 8 o'clock first pitch, as you mentioned.